The Arabian Peninsula in the 6th century CE was a land of harsh beauty. Vast deserts stretched across the landscape, punctuated by rugged mountains and scattered oases. Amidst this unforgiving terrain lay Makkah, a bustling trading center in the western Hijaz region. Known for its sacred Kaaba, Makkah attracted pilgrims from far and wide. Caravans laden with spices and exotic goods traversed its dusty streets. Beyond its economic vitality, Makkah was steeped in tradition and spirituality. The Kaaba, draped in a richly woven cloth, stood as a testament to the city's religious significance. Despite its outward prosperity, Makkah in the 6th century was a city grappling with social inequalities and spiritual bankruptcy. The gap between the wealthy elite and the impoverished masses had widened, creating a climate of resentment and unrest. Tribal rivalries simmered beneath the surface, threatening to erupt into open conflict. Exploitation of the weak and vulnerable was commonplace, while greed and materialism had eroded traditional values of compassion and generosity. The worship of idols, deeply ingrained in Arabian culture, further compounded the spiritual malaise. The Kaaba, once a symbol of monotheistic belief, had become a pantheon housing 360 idols, each representing various tribes and deities. Superstition and divination were rampant, with people seeking guidance from soothsayers, astrologers, and oracles. Amidst this moral and spiritual decay, a sense of unease pervaded Makkah society. The yearning for a return to a purer, more just way of life resonated among those who questioned the status quo. It was in this tumultuous environment that Muhammad, known for his honesty, integrity, and contemplative nature, embarked on a spiritual quest for truth and solace. Muhammad, born into the prominent but declining Hashim clan of the Quraysh tribe, was known for his piety and thoughtfulness from a young age. Orphaned at an early age, he was raised by his grandfather and later his uncle, experiencing firsthand the hardships faced by the less fortunate. As he matured, Muhammad developed a deep aversion to the social injustices and spiritual corruption he observed in Makkah society. The rampant idolatry, exploitation of the poor, and endless cycle of tribal feuds troubled his soul. Seeking respite from the moral decay of his surroundings, Muhammad sought solace in solitude and reflection. He would often retreat to the tranquil valleys surrounding Makkah, spending days in contemplation and prayer. Among his preferred retreats was a cave on Mount Hira, a barren peak overlooking the city. Located a short distance from Makkah, Hira provided a serene escape from the clamor and distractions of city life. The cave, known as Ghar-e-Hira, became Muhammad's sanctuary, a place where he could connect with his inner self and seek guidance from a higher power. Ghar-e-Hira, the Cave of Hira, was more than just a physical refuge for Muhammad. It was a portal to spiritual enlightenment. Nestled amidst the rugged slopes of Mount Hira, the cave offered a panoramic view of the Makkah Valley, providing a breathtaking backdrop for contemplation. It was a place of utter seclusion, far from the noise and distractions of the world below. Inside the cave, a profound stillness reigned, broken only by the gentle whisper of the wind. Muhammad would spend days and nights immersed in reflection and prayer, pondering the vastness of the universe and the nature of the divine. His solitary retreats were a prelude to a profound spiritual transformation that would alter the course of history. Section 5, The Night of Destiny, the Revelation begins. The month of Ramadan held special significance for Muhammad. It was a time for increased devotion, reflection, and charity. During this holy month, he would often retreat to the seclusion of Ghar-e-Hira for extended periods, seeking spiritual solace and guidance. In the year 610 CE, when Muhammad was 40 years old, a profound event occurred during the last 10 nights of Ramadan, a period known as Laylat al-Qadr, the night of power or destiny. As Muhammad immersed himself in meditation and prayer, a presence of unimaginable power and brilliance descended upon him. The cave, usually still and serene, seemed to pulsate with an otherworldly energy. The air grew thick with anticipation, and a profound sense of awe and wonder washed over him. This was no ordinary night. It was the night when the divine message, long awaited by humanity, would begin to be revealed. Section 6. A Voice from the Heavens, the Command that Changed History. Out of the boundless light a majestic being materialized. It was the Angel Jibreel, Gabriel, a celestial messenger entrusted with delivering divine revelations. The angel's appearance was awe-inspiring, his radiance illuminating the darkness of the cave. Fear and reverence gripped Muhammad's heart as he found himself in the presence of the divine emissary. In a voice that resonated with authority and power, Jibreel addressed Muhammad, commanding him, "Read." The command, simple yet profound, shook Muhammad to his core. He, an unlettered man who could neither read nor write, was being commanded to read. It was a command that transcended the limitations of language and literacy. It was a call to open his mind, his heart, and his very being to receive the divine message. Section 7. Read. The first verses of the Quran revealed. Overwhelmed by the encounter, Muhammad responded, "I cannot read." The angel, unyielding in his mission, repeated the command, "Read." Again Muhammad protested his inability. A third time Jibreel, his voice resonating with divine urgency, embraced Muhammad and uttered the first 5 verses of Surah Al-Alaq, the opening chapter of the Quran. Read, "In the name of your Lord who has created all that exists. He has created man from a clot of blood. Read, and your Lord is the most generous, who has taught the writing by the pen. He has taught man that which he knew not." Quran 96, 1-5. The words, imbued with divine wisdom and power, flowed through Muhammad like a torrent of light, illuminating the depths of his soul. They spoke of creation, knowledge, and the boundless generosity of the Creator. It was a message of hope, guidance, and liberation from the shackles of ignorance and spiritual darkness. Section 8. Overwhelmed by revelation, the prophets, PBUH, returned from Hira. The experience left Muhammad trembling and overwhelmed. The divine encounter, the radiant being, the powerful words echoing in his ears, it was a lot for a human to process. Fear and uncertainty gripped his heart. He had been chosen as the recipient of a divine message, a messenger of God. The weight of this responsibility pressed upon him, filling him with a mix of awe and trepidation. As the angel departed, Muhammad, his body racked with tremors, stumbled out of the cave and began his descent from Mount Hira. The familiar path seemed different, the landscape imbued with a new significance. The world around him appeared transformed, bathed in the light of the divine revelation. He yearned for comfort, for reassurance, for someone to share the burden of the profound experience that had just transpired. His feet instinctively carried him towards home, to the loving embrace of his wife, Khadijah. Section 9. Khadijah's unwavering support, a beacon of comfort and strength. Khadijah, a woman of extraordinary wisdom, compassion, and strength, was no ordinary wife. She was Muhammad's confidant, his advisor, and his pillar of support. Sensing his distress as he returned from Hira, she rushed to his side, her heart filled with concern. She held him close, her love and warmth enveloping him like a protective cloak. "What troubles you, my beloved?" she asked, her voice filled with tenderness. Muhammad, still shaken by the encounter, recounted the experience to Khadijah, the blinding light, the majestic angel, the divine command to read, and the verses that had been revealed to him. Khadijah listened patiently, her heart overflowing with love and concern. When he finished, she didn't doubt him for a moment. She didn't dismiss his experience as a figment of his imagination or a product of exhaustion. Instead, she offered him words of comfort and reassurance that would forever be etched in the annals of Islamic history. Section 10. Seeking Wisdom, the Consultation with Waraqa ibn Nawfal. "Do not be afraid, Muhammad," Khadijah said, her voice filled with conviction. "By Allah, he will never disgrace you. You are a man of truth and integrity. You uphold your promises, you are generous to your kin, and you treat all with kindness and respect." Her words, imbued with love and unwavering belief, soothed his troubled heart. She then suggested they seek the counsel of her cousin, Waraqa ibn Nawfal, a learned man known for his knowledge of scriptures and his understanding of divine matters. Waraqa, a blind and elderly man, listened intently as Muhammad described his experience in the cave. When he finished, Waraqa's face lit up with understanding. He recognized the significance of Muhammad's encounter. "This is the same Namus, Angel Gabriel, who was sent to Moses," he exclaimed. "You, Muhammad, are the prophet of this nation, the one we have been waiting for." Waraqa's validation brought a sense of relief and confirmation to Muhammad. It reinforced Khadijah's reassurance and strengthened his resolve to embrace his divinely ordained mission. Section 11. The Dawn of a New Era, Accepting the Prophetic Mission. The revelation at Ghar-e-Hira marked the beginning of Muhammad's prophetic mission. It was the dawn of a new era for humanity. The message of Islam was one of universal peace, justice, and compassion. It called for the recognition of one God and living a life guided by moral principles. The challenges ahead were daunting. Muhammad's message clashed with the established order. The road ahead would be paved with trials and tribulations. But Muhammad, strengthened by divine revelation and support, embraced his mission. He was prepared to face the challenges, guided by divine light.